What's up, guys? I know it's been a while, but we're back at it with the second video. Welcome back to Brozar, and today we're going to be talking about this RK61 keyboard and the top reasons to purchase this budget keyboard. Let's get right into it. Alright, so this is the RK61 keyboard from Kludge, and let's talk about a couple things before getting into the reasons why you should purchase it. So first of all, this is a gaming mechanical switch keyboard. I'm going to be covering all the details and reasons to be purchasing this keyboard, so please make sure to stick around. If you do want to purchase the keyboard, it's going to be the first link below the like button, so make sure you go check it out. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to this channel because we're going to be making a lot more tech videos. Alright, so we're going to get into each of the reasons now. So first of all, this is a mechanical switch keyboard, and overall the build quality on this is really awesome. It's made of full metal construction, and it's got nice rubberized grip on the bottom. The keys are obviously made out of plastic, but they're nice grippy plastic. They've got a little bit of shake into it, but it's not that big of a deal for most people. So next up, we're going to be talking about the RGB function, the lights on this thing. So we got a whole array of colors, and I'm going to try and get some shots of how that all works. But this is very easy to set up without using an app or anything. You can get this to work by just hitting a function key, and then there's just two buttons to change the light settings. You can have a single color. You can have the keyboard like ripple when you hit a key. It's got all this crazy RGB settings on it, which make it really nice and a fun experience to use actually. And then additionally on the sides, beside the logo, it has a ring of RGB lights which just go around, and it looks really cool. I'll try and show it to you right now, but I'll probably put some b-roll over it. But the lights on it actually light up your desk. They're pretty bright, and if you're working in like the night, it'll look really nice. So lastly, I want to talk about all the little things. Basically, what makes this great for me and my specific reason to buy this is the clean and the simplicity of it. So basically, this keyboard is a 10 keyless keyboard, which means it doesn't have the full size with the number pad and whatnot. So I had a big keyboard on my desk earlier. This one's from Logitech, which has the number pad on it actually, and it was a little bit extra on my desk, extra numbers, which I didn't really need. So this is an 89 keyboard setup, and as you can see, it is much smaller. Like almost like a good chunk of the keyboard without the number pad. You get saved over there, and then it saves space on your desk too, so that makes it a little bit more minimal. And then there is another style of the same keyboard actually from Kludge that I'll link down below, and you can check that out. It removes the function keys and the arrow switches that are on a 10 keyless keyboard, if you don't know about that. And then last thing about the whole clean and simplicity thing is actually two more things. One is the USB-C port for charging. USB-C, is great to have nowadays. I like to see that, even these budget companies are going away from micro USB. You can just have one charging cable to charge all your devices. So USB-C on this is great, and then battery life is also great. So that ties into the little things. And the last thing to talk about why it's so great is the simplicity, is that it's completely wireless, which is a really big thing on my list I wanted. And to take it a step further, it doesn't even have that dongle to plug in. It's completely Bluetooth actually, which means that you can just connect it via Bluetooth without any dongles, without any wires, and that adds to the whole simplicity. If you want a minimal desk setup, then this is definitely going to help you out with that. So far we've talked about three amazing things about this keyboard. We've talked about that amazing build quality, we've talked about the lighting, RGB setup, and finally we talked about all the little things. Unfortunately, there is a thing that I don't like that much about this keyboard, and that is unfortunately the typing experience, which might be the most important thing. So let's break it down. Most keyboards have different kind of switches, especially for the mechanicals, Each company has their own setup. But for Royal Kludge, we got brown switches, red switches, and blue switches. So with this keyboard in particular, I've gotten the brown switches, which is what I would recommend to most productivity-based people. It's got a tactile clicking feel, but it's got low noise to it. And then we got red switches, which have zero resistance at all, so no tactile feeling, and they're also quiet. And then you got blue switches, which they give you the feedback, and they also are loud, so they make a clicking noise. But the unfortunate thing about it is that I don't get the feedback that I'm looking for. So most people using a standard keyboard on a laptop are used to that. I am using a MacBook, so I like the scissor switches that are on it. Unfortunately, I don't get the same experience that I want with the brown switches on this one. It gives you a click on this one, but the problem is that some of them, it feels like it's scraping down as it's going, clicking on the keys. So if you want to listen, for example, some of these keys offer some decent feedback, but some of them, as you can kind of hear that they're like scraping on their way down. So some of them you can like hear the difference. You'd have to feel it in person, but maybe that's just me. If you are into the red switches, I'd say that it's great because you're not gonna have this whole problem with the feedback kind of thing that I do. For me, I think it's not that big of a deal because I just kind of adapted to the keys. But those people who really want that tactile feeling, I'd probably suggest not getting the Royal Kludge keyboard. But that has pretty much brought us to the end of the video. We talked about 3 reasons to buy this and 1 reason maybe not to buy it. But overall, we're going to have a lot of more budget tech videos coming out. So if you're into best value budget tech, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We have a new studio setup. We keep switching every video, but this is what we might be rocking from now on. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you did enjoy, be sure to smash that like button. But just like that, this video is about to be done. I'm out in 3, 2, 1.